Voice.
When we published our 10-year strategy, we set out a huge programme of change, all designed to help make the process of buying and selling property easier for people in this country. We will need an identity to support all of that, because we need to communicate with our stakeholders, our customers, the general public.
I think in the past, government bodies have probably not needed an identity, but in the world of the future, I think it's very important that actually they do have a personality and a very specific look and feel that people can relate to.
The public know of the Land Registry at the moment. They don't know what we do. They really don't know what we do. Probably so they'd say, oh, we register ownership or something. It's more than that.
The corporate identity is not an end in itself. It's there to support the changes which are going on.
The reason why it's so appropriate at the moment is that we are now looking at new legislation, first legislation for a great many years, and we are on the threshold of some really exciting change. So now is absolutely, in my view, the right time to establish a new corporate identity.
We want them to see us as we want to be seen, a modern, professional, competent organisation. That's what we are. We want an identity that really reflects that.
I think it's so that people in the outside world will have a picture in their mind of what it means to be a land registry, and that the picture isn't something to do with dusty old books and maps.
The Land Registration Act 2002 is a fundamental change in our legislative background. It changes completely the background on which we operate.
It actually brings the procedures in line with what we do, and most importantly, I think, it lays the foundations for electronic conveyancing, and we'll be moving in that direction gradually over the next 5 or 6 years.
We've launched Land Registry Online. We've published our response to our very successful electronic conveyancing consultation. The new legislation takes effect this autumn. A lot is changing, and now is a very good time to say, and this is the Land Registry that is making all these things happen.
The public will become much more familiar with the Land Registry.
I think we'll become a lot more of an information service than simply a service which registers land.
People need to recognise us. People need to know this is Land Registry, this is the organisation for this sort of information.
So we're building a much more immediate, direct relationship between ourselves and the information that we have and the ordinary member of the public who wants to look at that information.
I think the change of identity is really a symbolic signal that the Land Registry means business, that it's prepared to operate in a commercial way, and that can only be good for its customers and for the public at large.
The past image shows a staid, bureaucratic civil service organisation.
We are a modern professional organisation. We're very customer focused. We're determined to provide the best service, underpinned though by 140 years of tradition and experience.
The identity itself, I think it's very, very good indeed. I think it encapsulates what the Land Registry is.
It's not just a change of logo, it's an attempt to bring the whole identity together and to have consistent standards across publications, for example.
In order to shape that identity, the Land Registry had to think very hard about what are they now, what do they mean to the public and to their people, and what would they want to be in the future.
It is a good time to bring in the new corporate identity. All the external material that we've got for customers explaining land registration to them needs to change because of the Land Registration Act 2002.
A lot of what we're going to do in the 10-year strategy is actually about marketing. We need to persuade people to register their land so we complete the registration of the country. We need to persuade people that electronic conveyancing really is the right way to buy and sell property. There's a marketing job on, and if you are going to be marketing, then you need a good, modern, professional corporate identity to support that marketing job.
Everything will carry the new identity. It'll be phased in over time. It's not something that's going to happen bang on the 1st of April. It'll take a time to phase it in, and good identities do. They normally take 12 to 18 months.
In the future, I'd like to see the Land Registry regarded as a leading public service provider.
Our staff are fundamental to everything that we do. We're a knowledge-based organisation, and that knowledge resides in the information on our computers and in the heads of our people. That is Land Registry. So if people, having seen the identity, having thought about the direction that we're moving in, have an idea, well, let us know about it. Grab hold of us, one of us, when we're walking around and say, I'd like to have a word with you about this, or send us an email. Find a way of getting those messages through. We will be far more visible than we've been in the past. When that happens, I think it's so important that what people see is the Land Registry that we know ourselves to be. And they should see a modern, professional image that fits and is appropriate for the kind of organisation that we are, that does us proud.